March 10th, Sunday. The first game is the Bucks beat the Clippers 124-117. Great win for the Clippers and Giannis and Damian Lillard. When both of them are clicking like this, it's going to be tough to beat. Damian Lillard, 35 points. He's being played. He has had a couple of good games last week. 35 points here, 7-3, 6 for 7 from the free throw, and 11 assists. Just did a bit of everything. That's great. Giannis had 10 assists as well, surprisingly. Added a steal and a block. Brook Lopez, 2 block shots. He hasn't blocked over 5 shots in a while. 3 months ago, he was blocking 5-6 shots. Now, that's why the blocks is so volatile. Lopez in the last month. Let's just see where he's at. He's a 105th ranked player. Still averaged 2 blocks, but that's really the only thing he's been doing. Efficiency is not so great either. Malik Beasley hit 4 threes, just a streamer. And Bobby Portis, when everybody is healthy, I don't think he's a must roster. In the playoffs for sure, he's not. But if Giannis is ever out or Brook Lopez, he could be a great streaming option. For the LA Clippers, well, both Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, both guys were out. So Harden, 11 assists, but just 13 points. Yeah, not the best game from Harden. He's also fallen off quite a bit, right? Right before the All-Star break, he was playing really well. Norman Powell had 26 points off the bench, but Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, they're going to be back. The big question is, what are you going to do with Zubac? He played 26 minutes here. But when everybody is healthy, Zubac has been getting just almost no minutes. Yeah, he's 126 round player, averaging just 24 minutes in the last month. Giving you 8 rebounds, 10 points, and a block. If you look for big man stats, you could have him. Otherwise, drop him and stream somebody else. The next one is the Houston Rockets and the Kings. Something really bad happened. Emperor Şengün, he is probably out for season. Look pretty bad. So, he's out for season. That really sucks. The playoff just started, and he was playing well, obviously, all season. So Jock Landale could be interesting. They're gonna have to play somebody at the center, but they may not play him 30. They might go small a lot of the time. So Jeff Green might get some more minutes, but Jock Landale is the guy that we should look to roster or stream in the short term. Jalen Green, 19 points and a 3. Didn't really do anything else. This is such a Jalen Green game. Give him 20 points, but nothing else, and bad efficiency. Fred VanVleet had 9 assists and 2 steals. 10 for 10 on the free throw line is amazing. 22 points. Jabari Smith, actually, with Şengün out, he might get a few extra minutes. Only if Tari Eason is not out for the season, he could get a few extra minutes. Jabari Smith played well, but efficiency continues to be low, and Dylan Brooks, he's not really fantasy relevant. For the Kings, Sabonis, I wish he could just take more shots. 10 for 11, 15 points, 8 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. But he did have 9 turnovers. De'Aaron Fox, weird game, had 9 rebounds and 18 points. Horrible from the field, but just 1 assist. Malik Monk, come off the bench. The guy just put up numbers. 20 points and 5 assists and 2 steals in 27 minutes. But guys like Keegan Murray, Harrison Barnes, you don't. They got a back-to-back. You stream them, otherwise leave them on the waiver wire. The next one is the Pacers beat the Magic. And Aaron Nesmith, look at the minutes, 37 minutes. We know what he's going to give us. He's going to give us threes. He's going to give us defensive stats. Both were great. Miles Turner, out of nowhere, had 6 blocks. His best game in a while in terms of blocks. He hasn't been blocking a lot of shots. Right after this big game, Turner in the last month, still great. 44th ranked player, 1.8 blocks a game. Andrew Nembhard, he's not fantasy relevant. I think we realized that maybe last week. Tyrese Halliburton, he's 20 points, 8 assists, but he's nowhere near. He was getting drafted top 5. He's, with all the injuries, he's fallen off. 46th ranked player in the last month. Just not good. Next year, I think he should not be a top 5. Maybe, still first rounder toward the end. I think just in terms of category, because he does he give you so many assists and only just 2 turnovers a game. That is pretty valuable. Yeah, if you can, if you know day in and day out, you can win both assists and turnovers. That is huge. That is huge. You could actually beat a lot of teams just doing that. You know, if you can beat them in both. Pascal Siakam, 20, in category is 20 points. He's just very average. Not really doing much, to be honest. For the Magic, Banchero 6 for 20. Yep, that game he had a lot of bad games. 19 points. Wendell Carter Jr. played all right. Finally has a good game, but 38% from the field. 15 rebounds in 27 minutes, a 7 block. And with Jalen Suggs out, they'd rather play Caleb. They'd rather start Caleb Houston, and they have Cole Anthony coming off the bench. Honestly, nobody. I wouldn't really string anybody. Maybe Cole Anthony if the Magic's record is schedule is great, and I need like guard stats. Fred Wagner had 13 points and 2 steals. But like, okay, Fred Wagner is a guy that you could drop in the fantasy playoffs, no problem. Like, obviously you drop him to get something that you need, right? Like, he's a nice player, but he doesn't really give you anything that you like. Especially it comes down to 1 or 2 categories. Let's say you need a lot of threes. I would drop him for Duncan Robinson if everything else is already locked up, right? Because in the playoff, there's no point holding on to these guys. They're, you know. The next one is the Wizards. They somehow beat the Miami Heat. 110-108. And Jordan Poole, horrible game, had 5 personal fouls. One of his worst games, I think he's coming off the bench. But he's a guy that if you need guard stats, he's a hold. If you need big man stats, then, you know, you drop it, right? Because he's actually hurting you with bad efficiency and high turnovers in a major way. Beal, he has been starting. Finally has a great one, but I don't really trust him. You know, he's super inconsistent. Kyle Kuzma, they're just playing him straight up at the center. Another beautiful game, 32 points with 2 blocks, 9 rebounds. But of course, efficiency is his issue. Danny Advia, amazing. 16 points and 10 rebounds with 2 assists, still on the block. They're finally playing these guys high minutes. And Corey Kispert played 39, maybe have something to do with Jordan Poole having 5 fouls. His minutes is also up there, and Tyus Jones just continue to be absolutely amazing. 16 assists and a steal. This is why we drafted him at 70th pick. He's beating that. Tyus Jones in the last month, his assist number is just completely insane. 42nd ranked player, averaging 10.7 assists. He's got even more assists than Tyrese Halliburton in the last month. Can you believe that? That is actually pretty crazy. We look at the Heat. We'll have Duncan Robinson hit 4 threes. Yep, you need threes. Continue to stream him. Terry Rozier played okay. Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo. They both got some defensive stats. 16 rebounds from Bam. But how did they lose to the Wizards? This is a bad loss for them. Not really much fantasy things going on with this Miami Heat. Even when the guys like you have Martin, right? Cody Martin, not that exciting, right? You could stream him. They got a back-to-back. The next one is the New Orleans Pelicans. They beat the Atlanta Hawks. No surprise there. And Valanciunas just gets 16 minutes now. They're giving a lot of minutes to Trey Murphy and Herbert Jones. They both get 30 minutes, and then Larry Nance Jr. off the bench had 29. Trey Murphy, amazing game with 2 steals and 3 blocks. Okay, he's been getting a lot of defensive stats. So if you need those, just continue right with him. And Trey Murphy, he gets some defensive stats. Obviously Herbert Jones will get more, but he hits a lot more threes. Offensively, he does a lot more. 28 points here. So, just both right with them and see what happens. Zion Williamson, 27 points and 2 blocks and 7 assists and 6 rebounds. Those are pretty good numbers. And Brandon Ingram had 10 assists, just 7 points. Just too many guys on his team, to be honest. for one guy to just consistently put up great numbers. CJ McCollum had 20 points. Just games like this. Everybody gets 20 to 25 points. Nobody really goes out for 40. For the Hawks, wow, DeJounte Murray, 23 points and 11 assists. He's been getting a lot of assists lately. Bogdanovic, another amazing game with 7 threes and 25 points and 2 steals. He's just being a top 20. Is he a top 20, top 40 player since Trey went down? Bogdan, he is just a 90th ranked player in the last month. He's shooting just 42% from the field. If that goes up to 45, 46, he'll be a top 50 player. Clint Capella, good to see him get 25 minutes at least, 14 rebounds and a block. But guys like this, you don't need rebounds. He's just automatic drop in the playoffs. Just remember that. The next game is, this is not close. Grizzlies beat Oklahoma City Thunder, lost to Oklahoma City Thunder. And they're still playing Jaren Jackson Jr., so I guess that's great news. They have they have a back-to-back coming up. I don't know if Jaren Jackson is going to play in both. Because even they're resting guys like Vince Williams. So with Vince Williams out, nobody really benefited. I guess Jake, who can put up numbers, played 24 minutes. They got a back-to-back. You're looking for defensive stats and rebounds, you could stream him. Sandy Aldama, for sure, you could stream him. Had 2 blocks here, 6 rebounds. His numbers is really up and down. But if you need rebounds, you need some defensive stats, some assists, he got you. He can do it. He can do it all. G.G. Jackson, they started him. I don't think he's a guard, but they started him at the guard. Just all kind of different lineups. He went off with 30 points. You looking for points? Yeah. That's great. And Luke Kennard just 1 3 and 3 points. Okay. Yeah, this Grizzlies team, really, Vince Williams is really the only guy that I didn't get when he plays. He gets consistent minutes on the squad, but even he's in and out of the lineup, and there's too much uncertainty. So unless they have a back-to-back, I wouldn't really stream. Like John Concha has been playing well, but now this game he was out too. For Oklahoma City Thunder, Shea put up 23 points. This is just such an easy game. While Jalen Williams did leave the game in 10 minutes, they don't really need him. We'll see how severe his injury is. If he ends up missing some time, Gordon Hayward maybe get a bumpy minutes, but we'll have to wait and see. If Gordon Hayward gets 30 minutes, I wouldn't trust it. So I would wait and see. If he does get 30, then we could stream him the next day. The next game. The next one is the Brooklyn Nets beat the Cleveland Cavaliers on the road. Impressive win, although they still don't have Donovan Mitchell. And Ken Thomas had 29 points and Mikal Bridges had 24. Both guys played well. Dorian Finney-Smith has been getting a lot of minutes. And by the way, last week, the Brooklyn Nets had 5 games last week. So guys like Claxton, Mikal Bridges. Well, Claxton is the best fantasy player. So Claxton for sure, he did a lot for your fantasy team. I don't think he missed a game. Mikal Bridges did not miss a game either. Dennis Schroeder also, if you rostered him, he's pretty much every game he put up good numbers. And we have De'Ron Sharp playing 60 minutes. Yeah, he's not really relevant because Claxton is getting majority of the minutes. And Dennis Smith Jr. in the past week, if you stream him for 5 games, he also provided good assists and steals. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, sometimes a lot of times it's about the scheduling. This week, let's see. The Brooklyn Nets only have 3 games, so if you're streaming any of these guys, you need to drop them all, right? And then for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they only have 3 games, Monday game and Wednesday game. So if you're streaming some of these guys, drop them after Wednesday. If you got Karis LeVert, who had an okay game, 7 assists and 3 steals. Donovan Mitchell, we don't know when he's going to be back. When he does, all these guys need to be dropped. Even Darius Garland. you know, after Wednesday's game, let's say you need rebounds, he's a drop, right? You stream that spot, you get like three or 3 games out of that roster for rebounds. That's a big swing. Jared Allen, 9 rebounds and 2 blocks, also played well. This is a back-to-back, so some of these guys might also sit out on Monday's game. Georges Niang, with everybody out, I guess they played him, which is 25 minutes. It's weird, like this is also a blowout, that's why all the other guys' minutes are a bit low. But Caris LeVert, if he's out there on the waiver wire, you need some counting numbers, the Monday game and Wednesday game will be great. The next one is the Sixers beat the Knicks 79-73. Look at the scoring. This is crazy. Sixers, they're just trying to stay above water. The Philadelphia Sixers, let's see their schedule this week. Just 3 games. Well, the Knicks have 3 games because they just playing on Sunday game. So, they don't have a particularly great schedule. Mo Bamba started. They kept starting him, and they let Paul Reed came off the bench, but Paul Reed would just get more minutes. Who had 4 blocks? I would hold on to Paul Reed if I'm looking for big man stats for the week. Kyle Lowry has been great. He could be a stream, right? They only have 3-game week, but he could have streamed if you need assists, steals, and threes. Kelly Oubre Jr. continued to put up a lot of shots. 10 rebounds and 3 steals and 18 points is not bad. Tobias Harris had 11 points and 12 rebounds and added 2 steals as well. Overall, I don't know how they pulled it off. They didn't have Tyrese Maxey either. Embarrassing loss by the Knicks, but some of these guys, they might just be out of gas a little bit. Jalen Brunson, 6 for 22. He's also kind of, playing through a lot of injuries, I feel like. Precious Achiuwa, amazing. 36 minutes, 2 steals and 3 blocks, and 9 rebounds. Isaiah Hartenstein, the minutes remain to be low, but he's too good to drop. He provided you good defensive stats, good rebound, just not points and threes. Dante, every single game I look at him, he's shooting mid-30s. Another game, and he put out a lot of threes, only hit 3 of them. 9 rebounds, 2 steals and a block. Offensively, he's just not that great. And Josh Hart, minutes remain to be high, and he's putting up numbers. So even though have 3 games, Josh Hart and Dante, you ride with them. You ride with them until the end. All right, last game of the night, we have LA Clippers, 120. Beat the Timberwolves 120-109. The Timberwolves, they also dealing with a lot of injuries on their own, but who is their must roster? Naz Reid. He played 42 minutes. Also, Rudy is out. I think when Rudy plays, probably plays close to 30 minutes, maybe 28 minutes, depending how the matchup goes. But he's a must roster. He put up 4 blocks, 25 points, and 5 threes. He could do it all. Anthony Edwards, 25 points, 2 steals and 2 blocks, 7 rebounds. This is a great game by Ant, but he was a -14. Jaden McDaniels, horrible. 5 for 17, 10 points. Took 17 shots, only get 10 points. He needs to maybe, be smarter with his shot selection a little bit. He's not that, he missed all his threes as well. Mike Conley did his thing. If you don't need assists, Mike Conley doesn't do anything. So I think he's just mainly just one category guy. He does give you threes, but his minutes is not even that high. He doesn't play 30 minutes. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker, with everybody out next game, if Rudy continues to be out, I would stream him. And Kyle Anderson is also out this game. So a lot of guys out. They're playing Naz Reid. He's an absolutely must roster. He could help you win the league, right? If he can get consistent 30 minutes. He's a legit top 20 player if he gets at 30 to 35 minutes a night, I think. Because he gets you blocks as well. There's nothing he cannot do, and great efficiency overall. For the Lakers, AD, big game. 10 offensive rebound, 27 points, 25, 7 steals, 3 blocks. Wow. Maybe AD just helped a lot of people lock up their lead first playoff win. If you need those defensive stats and rebounds. D'Angelo Russell, after going out for 44, had a quiet game, because LeBron is back. LeBron had 29 points and 2 threes. Rui Hachimura continued to start, only 24 minutes here. He's not a must roster. Austin Reeves, 19 points, played all right. That's it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.